Back here in Balochistan to have the chance to visit Gwadar and to meet with our Pakistani partners to discuss how we can broaden and deepen our economic and development cooperation. We appreciate the partnerships that we've built with the people of Balochistan, and those ties span education and economic issues, health, the rule of law, and far beyond. We want to expand those ties and explore what more the United States and Balochistan can do to build for the future in areas like commerce and trade, renewable energy, water, and agriculture, with a focus on sustainability and resilience. We want to make sure that Balochistan is positioned to take full advantage of the opportunities to connect with Pakistan's largest export market, the United States. There's no secret that the United States' approach to trade and economic development sets it apart. The U.S. is proud to be one of Pakistan's leading investors over the last 20 years and has long been Pakistan's largest export market. Over the past year, the U.S.-Pakistan trade stood at about $9 billion, more than the second and third largest combined. So U.S. investments and U.S. companies provide employment to over 120,000 Pakistanis, including many well-paying jobs here in Balochistan. U.S. companies ensure that local partners meet international labor standards and working conditions and work to build an economic foundation that benefits both our two countries. I had a chance today to meet with local officials where I was reiterated U.S. support for Balochistan's economic development, disaster relief and preparedness, and security. And we discussed the priorities and challenges of economic development here in the province. And we agree that there is a bright future for U.S. engagement here in Balochistan. I appreciated all the discussions that focused on the U.S.-Pakistan Green Alliance framework, our shared approach to build a future that is sustainable and climate resilient. And I'm really proud of the work that we've already done on this. We started to work very quickly after last year's devastating floods affected Balochistan. We were able to provide cash and emergency food to over 600,000 people here in the province. But we've continued to work over the past year in the wake of the floods to try to rebuild in a resilient way. We have renovated over 40 health clinics around the province, for example, and we're working with 12,000 farmers to increase their crop yields and to reduce their post-harvest losses. This is the kind of thing we can do and we can work together on here in Balochistan. After this, I will be heading over to Gwadar Port to meet with the Gwadar Port Authority to talk about green shipping and port use, energy, and other topics that also fit within the Green Alliance framework. Our conversation will cover development at the port and how its operations can fit into the broader U.S.-Pakistan partnership and facilitate access to the U.S. economic market, U.S. export market. So it's been a very productive visit. I'm grateful to the incredible hospitality I've received here from the people in Gwadar, and I leave energized and inspired by the potential to grow our partnership, and I look forward to being back. So with that, I'm happy to take a few questions.
We have one question. We need
Thank you very much for that. We're very much committed to education sector here in Balochistan. I can say we're working closely with in higher education with Butems and with Syed Bahadur Khan University in Quetta, but we're also working in the primary education level as well. USAID actually helped develop curriculum materials for Balochistan and Baloch local languages to help children learn how to read, which has had great outcomes in the schools. And we continue to grant scholarships and otherwise try to find ways to support children from this area with their education, including with English language education. So thank you for the suggestion.
Sir, talk about the local languages also. U.S. government has a larger interest in our area, Pakistan and Balochistan, but especially in media field, we don't see Voice of America's Baluchi service, and Baluchi is being missed in this region. Don't you think that U.S. government need to take initiative for the Baluchi media internationally, collaboration with the U.S. government and Voice of America?
I can certainly take that suggestion back. Thank you for raising it.
Sir, you said U.S. government initiative green land as like environment.
Well, I think there's a number of ways that we can work together, and you're absolutely right. Balochistan is one of the most environmentally and climate vulnerable areas of a climate vulnerable country in Pakistan. I think some of the areas that are most promising for us to work together here are in water management in particular, and agriculture, particularly sustainable agriculture that can reduce the use of water while increasing crop yields. There are technological solutions to some of these things, and I think we can work together with local officials, with universities and research centers, and with farmers directly, which we're doing to try to help develop that here in Balochistan.
One more question.
Sir, what do you say about the future of Gwadar, especially the CPEC, after the G20 recently held in India?
So again, I think there's lots of opportunities here in Gwadar to develop the economy here, and it's important that we do find ways to try to help support Pakistan's efforts to develop this region and to develop Gwadar in particular. So over the long run, I'm optimistic that we can find ways to work together and hopefully build a better future here.